Welcome back to Le Podcast de Philippe. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the world of generative AI,
Oh,
and we'll explore how it has the potential to reshape businesses.
yeah.
We're going to analyze a framework that outlines different stages of using this technology,
Right.
starting from foundational models and then moving all the way to techniques like fine-tuning.
Yeah.
And we'll also uncover some fascinating real-world examples.
Okay.
And we'll highlight how businesses are already leveraging AI to drive innovation and efficiency.
So what's really exciting is that generative AI is moving beyond just being a buzzword, and it's starting to have like a really tangible impact on businesses.
Yeah.
We're seeing a surge of companies wanting to personalize AI and align it with their specific needs.
Yeah.
In fact, a recent MIT Tech Review report showed that 71% of CIOs they surveyed are actually planning to develop their own custom large language models.
Wow. That's a pretty large number. I mean, 71%. So clearly there's a real appetite for these customized AI solutions.
Mm-hmm.
But like, where do companies even begin this journey?
Right. Well, that's where this framework of stages comes in.
Okay.
It really helps to kind of simplify the process, and it all starts with choosing a foundation model.
Okay.
These models are like the building blocks of any generative AI application,
Mm-hmm.
and they offer different options, and of course those options come with their own trade-offs.
So can you elaborate on these options and like their implications a little bit?
Sure, you can choose between, proprietary models like GPT 3.5, which offer like a really robust foundation.
Yeah.
But they may have limitations in terms of data privacy and control, or you can opt for open source models like Llama 270B,
Okay.
and those offer greater flexibility and possibilities for customization.
Now you mentioned DBRX, and that's a name that I've been hearing a lot about recently. So
Right.
what makes that one stand out from the others?
So DBRX is a really interesting case. It's an open source model developed by Databricks.
Okay.
And it boasts a really impressive performance, even surpassing GPT 3.5 in certain benchmarks.
Wow.
It rivals Gemini 1.0 Pro and really excels in code generation thanks to its unique architecture.
So, when we're talking about working with these large language models, speed is definitely a critical factor.
Yeah.
Can you explain why that is?
Well, it's all about efficiency.
Hmm.
Faster models, they can process and generate outputs more quickly, allowing for real-time applications. And it also helps to streamline, development workflows.
Right.
Just imagine like analyzing huge amounts of data in seconds or generating creative content with almost no delay.
Yeah, I mean, that is a significant advantage, especially for businesses that are looking to leverage AI for rapid insights or, like you said, dynamic customer interactions.
Right.
So once a company has chosen their foundation model,
Mm-hmm.
what's the next step in this process?
So that brings us to stage one, which is prompt engineering.
Okay.
And it involves crafting specific prompts and designing workflows to kind of guide the model towards those desired outputs.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where you really start tailoring the model to specific tasks and extracting like really valuable information.
So can you give me like a real-world example of how this works?
Sure, imagine a business that has, thousands of product reviews.
Okay.
An LLM with the right prompts can actually sift through all of this data to
Wow.
identify like recurring feedback, highlight customer preferences, and even flag like problematic content.
Interesting.
This empowers businesses to really understand those customer sentiments and make data-driven decisions without needing to have like a dedicated data science team.
That's really interesting,
Yeah.
especially considering how accessible this makes it for companies that don't have extensive AI resources.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like such a powerful way to extract insights and automate data analysis.
It is, and that's just one example of how prompt engineering can unlock, the potential of large language models for a wide range of business applications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've explored foundation models and we've explored prompt engineering.
Mhm.
What comes next in this journey of like harnessing generative AI for business solutions?
That brings us to stage two, which is Retrieval-Augmented Generation, also known as RAG. And this technique actually enhances the model's intelligence by integrating additional knowledge sources,
Okay.
giving it a much broader context to draw from when it's responding to those prompts.
So it's not just relying on like its initial training data,
Yeah.
but it can also access external information to provide like more comprehensive and accurate responses.
Think of it like equipping the AI with a vast library of information.
Okay.
For instance, imagine like a travel chatbot enhanced with ARG.
Okay.
By accessing real-time data such as hotel prices, user preferences, and budget constraints, it can deliver personalized recommendations in seconds.
That's incredible. It makes AI systems,
Yeah.
much more dynamic and responsive to changing data.
Right.
It seems like R is crucial for building intelligent applications that can actually adapt to real-world scenarios.
It certainly is. ARG empowers AI to be more than just static information processors.
Yeah,
It allows them to connect with external knowledge, making them incredibly valuable for tasks that require up-to-date information and context-aware responses.
this is really fascinating. We've covered foundation models, prompt engineering, and now RAG.
Uh-huh.
And I'm really eager to delve deeper into the next stages of this journey
Okay.
and explore how companies can achieve even greater personalization and efficiency with generative AI.
Absolutely. There are several fascinating techniques and real-world examples we haven't touched on yet,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to continue this discussion and uncover more of generative AI's potential.
I am too. All right, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and we'll continue this conversation.
Okay.
RA really adds that dynamic layer to AI systems. So now let's move to stage 3, which is fine-tuning a foundation model. And this is where AI becomes even more specialized. Is that right?
Yeah, fine-tuning essentially takes a general model and shapes it to fit an organization's, precise needs. You train it on your own data, making it more efficient and aligned with specific goals.
So can you give me like an example of how this fine-tuning actually works in practice?
Sure, so Stardog, which is a data management company, they actually utilize fine-tuning to empower their customers to query their own data using natural language. It's like having a personalized AI data analyst.
That sounds incredibly powerful. Are there other examples of, where this tailored approach has yielded significant benefits?
Absolutely. So Databricks engineers actually developed their own LLM specifically for generating documentation, and this led to a tenfold reduction in cost and a major performance boost compared to using, off-the-shelf models.
Wow, those results are remarkable.
Yeah.
It really highlights the value of, customizing these AI solutions, but isn't fine-tuning also very resource intensive?
It can be, but there are some really innovative techniques emerging that make it much more efficient. So low-rank adaptation, or LoRa, and specifically QLoRa, focus on fine-tuning a smaller subset of parameters, and this leads to significant time and cost savings without compromising performance.
So this makes fine-tuning more accessible for businesses that don't necessarily have those massive computing resources.
Exactly. It opens doors for a wider range of companies to leverage the power of customized AI.
So we've been talking about using existing models, but what about building one from scratch? What are the advantages and challenges of that approach?
So stage 4, pre-training, that involves training a model from the ground up. This offers enhanced customization for specific tasks and the ability to incorporate domain-specific knowledge. So a key advantage is complete control over your training data, ensuring security, privacy, and alignment with your organization's values.
That level of control seems really crucial, especially for sensitive industries, like healthcare or finance, that are dealing with really confidential information, but isn't building a model from scratch incredibly expensive?
Well, it used to be an incredibly expensive undertaking, but advancements in cloud computing, open source software like Composer, and companies like Mosaic ML that are focusing on efficient AI training have actually made it much more affordable. In fact, Mosaic ML, they trained a stable diffusion model for under $50,000.
Wow, that's a game changer. How did they achieve such a significant cost reduction?
Well, they combined efficient infrastructure and software with clever data management techniques utilizing low-precision calculations and something called fully sharded data parallelism that also sped up the training process.
So it's a combination of resourcefulness and cutting-edge technology.
Uh-huh.
So what role does Databricks play in this realm of AI development?
Well, Databricks' Mosaic AI training platform empowers businesses to train these multi-billion parameter models very efficiently. It automatically handles GPU failures for seamless training, so making the process much smoother and more reliable.
It seems like they've really thought of every aspect of this training process. So now, once a model is built or fine-tuned, what comes next?
The journey continues with stage 5, which is LLM evaluation, and it's crucial to continuously monitor and evaluate your model to ensure that it remains effective, accurate, and unbiased over time.
Yeah, I can see why that's so important. AI and the data it interacts with are constantly evolving. So how do you approach evaluating something as complex as an LLM?
Well, there are several challenges, like you have varying performance based on prompt variations and the difficulty of establishing like a single ground truth for natural language outputs. But solutions are emerging. The Databricks documentation bot, for instance, uses the LLMs as a judge approach to actually automate evaluation.
So using AI to judge other AI, how effective has that approach been?
Remarkably effective, they've achieved 80% agreement with human judges, making the evaluation much faster and more cost-effective. Their research has also highlighted the effectiveness of GPT 3.5 as an LLM judge, especially when using score-specific examples.
That's really impressive. Are there other tools or platforms that can help facilitate this crucial evaluation process?
Yes, Databricks actually offers some really valuable tools for offline evaluation using MLflow. This platform allows you to thoroughly assess all aspects of your Gen AI application, including prompt effectiveness, retrieval system accuracy, and the quality of the generated responses.
So MLflow acts as like a comprehensive testing ground for AI development.
Precisely. It helps you compare different prompts, models, and parameters, allowing you to create proof of concept Gen AI apps and then analyze those results. It really empowers teams to fine-tune their applications for optimal performance.
It sounds like an indispensable tool for anyone venturing into the world of generative AI development. We've really explored a lot today, from choosing the right foundation model to the intricacies of evaluation. What key takeaway would you leave our listeners with?
Well, generative AI is rapidly evolving, and it holds immense potential for businesses across all industries. Embracing this technology, understanding its various stages, and prioritizing responsible development and evaluation are really key to unlocking its transformative power.
It's clear that generative AI is more than just a, technological advancement.
Yeah, it really represents a paradigm shift with the potential to reshape industries and even, address global challenges.
I've read about its applications in healthcare, like accelerating drug discovery and personalizing treatments.
Yeah, the healthcare sector is definitely experiencing significant disruption, but generative AI is also transforming manufacturing,
Okay.
enabling the optimization of production processes, and even the creation of more sustainable materials.
It's even being used in education, right, to create these personalized learning experiences catering to individual student needs.
Yeah, the diversity of applications is truly remarkable, and we're really just beginning to explore, its full potential.
So what does this mean for the average person? How will generative AI impact their daily lives?
It will undoubtedly change the way we work. Many tasks that are currently performed by humans will be automated, freeing up our time for more creative and strategic endeavors.
So it's not about replacing jobs, but rather transforming them and augmenting human capabilities.
Precisely. It empowers us to focus on higher value work that requires critical thinking, creativity, and emotional
And
intelligence.
I imagine it'll also change how we interact with technology. We'll be able to use natural language to communicate with our devices and access information more intuitively.
Yeah, as AI systems become more sophisticated, they'll anticipate our needs and provide personalized experiences, enhancing our lives in countless ways.
It's like having a personal assistant with an unparalleled understanding of our preferences and goals.
It is. But while the possibilities are exciting, it's also crucial to approach this technology with wisdom and ethical considerations.
Yeah.
We must ensure that these AI systems align with our values and are used for the benefit of humanity.
That's a really critical point. The power of generative AI comes with a responsibility to guide its development and application in a way that benefits society as a whole.
Absolutely. Generative AI has the potential to shape a brighter future, but it's our collective responsibility to steer it in the right direction.
It's been an incredibly insightful journey exploring the world of generative AI. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and shedding light on this transformative technology.
The pleasure was all mine. I hope this deep dive has equipped our listeners with a better understanding of generative AI and its potential impact.
And for those of you who are eager to learn more, be sure to check out the show notes for additional resources and links to the incredible work that Databricks is doing in this space.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video for more deep dives into the fascinating world of technology.
Thanks for joining us on Le Podcast de Philippe. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.